we're getting the crew back together. That's right. Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
Get the crew back together. Get the. Okay, and Monkey.
Jacob Wild too.
And Claude Coinga.
Yeah, that's right. For the first time in God knows how long, because I did have a bit of a hiatus with this show that I still have to catch up on. We're all back with DuckTales. Woo hoo!
We're back. A DuckTales story.
God. All right. So yeah, folks, I did kind of drop off of DuckTales, not for a lack of enthusiasm of it, but mostly just because my schedule was really full. I actually dropped off, weirdly enough, on the Darkwing episode, which I still haven't seen. I know, that's crazy. I need to go back to it. I know. It's insane.
Yeah, you're still in the dark about it.
Yes, I am. But it was just like it was like a chain. It was like a domino effect because I had a really long day at work the night we were going to do the Darkwing episode. I just told these guys to do it without me. I'd catch up next week. The Darkwing episode was like a double length episode, so I wanted to catch up on that before going to the next episode. I never could get around to doing the double length episode. And now here we are. And how many episodes did I miss? Like 10 or something?
I don't remember offhand.
Well, like at least 6, but you did catch up for like the first adventure episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I still have a little bit of a blank spot in my resume, but from what these gentlemen have told me, I don't think I missed much that in terms of context that this episode has.
No, only the Love Bug crossover.
There is love in this episode, and there is a bug in this episode. So
that's true.
I don't remember the bug, but okay.
Glitches.
Well, yeah, computer.
Oh, that
bug.
kind of bug. Yes.
I got the joke, Jacob. I got the joke.
Well, at least you did.
All right, so honestly, I'm not over the moon about this episode by any means, but I quite liked it. For me, this was a nice return to form for me. I don't want to say a return to form, but it was a nice kind of a welcome back. This feels familiar. I mean, granted, we don't have any Scrooge this episode, which is kind of not great. I want Scrooge. But on the other side of the coin, we don't have any of the webby stuff, which honestly, the webby stuff is kind of one of the few things in the show that, for me, I don't know about you guys, but it was starting to grate on me a little bit. I felt like her trio of friends was kind of starting to take up screen time from the primary characters, and it felt a little samey with other trios of friends shows But I don't know, Webby as a whole has been kind of I love her, but at the same time, I feel like they've gone a little overboard with hey, she's quirky and eccentric and a badass. It's kind of almost a cult of personality on the show a little bit. But that's one of the things I do like about this episode quite a bit is that they scale back the cast. The cast is pretty much everyone that you see here on the picture plus Mark Beaks.
And Louis.
Also a little bit of Louis.
Yeah.
A little bit of Louis.
And a Manny cameo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Manny. How convenient.
Yeah, it does work out. This group we see here, it does work out. I do kind of wonder why Manny wasn't a part of it.
I just feel like the more people you pile into the group, the more
something like that. That's just a nitpick. This was a real good episode.
Although seeing a superpowered Manny would have immediately been hilarious.
That would have been fun.
So to tap out,
let me ask you guys: is this the first time we're seeing Mark Beaks in a while?
I think so.
Yeah, since the Boyd episode.
Yeah, have we seen him since Louis 11?
Yeah, Astro Boyd.
I think Louis 11.
Right, but that was just a cameo.
Yeah, and he came, and that was after Astro Boyd.
Yeah, that was great, and almost in sort of a meta way when the reporter's like, "Why are you still a thing?"
Right.
Right.
Oh, back in the days when I thought that Mark Beaks was going to be the end-all, be-all villain.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh God.
Let's see.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Still a thing. And so, speaking of Beaks, at the end, when he's like the head and the hands, was that supposed to be like this? Isn't the boss in Star Fox like that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Andross. Andross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andross.
Well, technically, there's a lot of Nintendo bosses that act like that.
Kind
Fair
of,
enough.
yeah.
I mean, it's like one of their it's like one of Nintendo's specialties is giant head floating hands.
Yep.
I mean, like
Yeah.
like Star Fox, Ocarina of Time, you name it.
I would say
Well,
Andross is the seminal example of that, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most likely.
Well, as long as we're talking Mark Beaks and references, I wish I could have been there when Tiki saw the Jurassic Park reference.
Yes, that was great.
It's like you didn't say the magic
magic
word.
And also, I just love how pathetic Mark Beaks actually looks sitting in the VR helmet. You know, he's
Yeah,
got
the smile and the drool.
yeah. It's like he's trying to do this whole supervillain thing in the actual VR, but that to me was a fun kind of commentary on how weird VR is.
VR is
Yeah.
amazing. VR is amazing, though.
Naturally, I thought of the Void, and then he suggests
Yes.
Gizmo Void as a name, and the V looked a little like the one in the Void logo.
It
I
does.
missed the
It
Void.
does. Yeah, I
I
do.
only
know.
did it once, and I miss it.
I hear you, Monkey. I hear you on that.
Yeah,
Can I just the two moments that I want to geek out on that I geek out on every time that we talk about the Void. Number one, the floating platform over the lava, right?
Right.
And just being able to turn around and oh my god, K2SO is behind us on another platform. I don't know why, but that just sticks in my mind.
In this series, would he be Alan Tudyk?
Alan Tudyk. only if the two is the number two.
Fair enough.
And
Congratulations.
then the Darth Vader encounter at the end of the Void Star Wars thing. That was legitimately kind of terrifying.
Freaking ads giving it away.
Yeah, well, I still think it was executed well.
Oh yeah,
Anyways.
of course it is. Of course it was.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Sort of segueing into that, like early on, we see Fenton in the helmet, and he's doing the sort of kissy face. I can't be the only person in this world of ours who was reminded of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Which one?
The original, when Chewie's grandpa is in, when the grandpa Wookiee is in.
Yeah.
I
I can see that. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
But I just think an exploration of VR is a cool premise for a DuckTales episode, and I think this episode pulled it off really well.
And it's a really clever idea their Cloud has. Clever purpose.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's like one person like letting one person in won't ruin everything. It's like look, letting one person in ruined everything.
Well, it depends on who you let in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the one person initially was Mark Beaks. It's like okay, I get it. Even all the dumb ideas are taken.
Yeah,
that's actually,
Cappuccino.
Yep, that actually speaks to a lot of creative types.
Oh god.
Oh my god, it is way too easy to picture Mark Beaks instead of Al Pacino in the Dunkachino commercial.
You're right, it is way too easy to picture that.
The Marcachino doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, it'd still just be called the Dunkachino. Mark Beaks would just be promoting it.
Like, who knows? Maybe he'll turn to promotions and things once he. I mean, what actually happened to him? He just got knocked out of the virtual world, and we don't see him after that.
I'm guessing Fenton is still in the same room, so.
It's probably safe to say that Mama Cabrera arrested him.
Hopefully.
Okay, can I just say that Mama Cabrera is like the highlight of the episode for me? I fucking loved her.
Yeah.
Are you a professional interrogator? Worse, I'm a mother.
I'm your mother. I don't sleep until you do.
Yeah.
And then she's all approving of Gandra at the end. That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well,
and when she interrogates Louis too. Between
Yeah,
Huey.
forgot that Louie can impersonate Huey.
Do you mind
Good
telling me?
callback.
Do you mind telling me about Louis' kids?
Major scam.
Oh boy,
Is
Louis.
that a scam that we just haven't seen, or is it a callback?
It's a callback.
Oh,
To
okay.
season
okay.
1.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
I mean,
I
I
The
know
don't
episode
that.
with
remember
the-
which episode it was specifically, but they
The one with the,
mentioned something about him, like he tricked Donald into donating to Louie's kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I remember it was a callback. I just couldn't remember what it was to.
Uh-huh.
I think it was in the other money bin of Scrooge McDuck episode. That one.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's like, yep, Louis broken the law. Remember, he is the evil. He is the evil twin.
Mhm.
Triplet.
He is.
Triplet, yeah, triplet. Never mind.
Mhm.
It's like, who's the evil triplet? Louis.
But he's good at conning people, though. So.
Dewey, stop tap dancing. It's 3 a.m.
That requires context.
Mhm.
Does it?
I mean, who knows?
Dewey, why are you tap dancing at 3 a.m.? Because
Oh.
I've lost control
Because
of
I'm
my
in
life.
control of my life.
Or it's like who tap dances at 3 in the morning? Oh boy, 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Nice.
Fun stuff.
Let's see. So there's a part in this where the Lin-Manuel Miranda character says that, so and so has ideas and this other character doesn't. He's never done that before.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, wait, what's that supposed to be a reference to?
Yeah, Jefferson has ideas, Burr has none. And
Oh.
in this, he's like, we have ideas, Beaks doesn't.
All right.
That's-
Oh, God.
All right.
Mock Beak says Erwin Burr.
I wonder if that was intentional.
I doubt it. I think that's a stretch.
Yeah,
monkey.
that could it could very well be a coincidence.
Yeah.
actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly that uncommon of a phrase.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of references, I like that RoboCop reference Mock Beaks made.
Yeah, I didn't catch that the first time, but
It's like it's like Robot Cop. I smell a franchise.
yeah, a cage made out of hashtags. Nice, well done.
And it actually does
I did
prove
what
that.
credits do.
And it does prove that Mark could be a credible threat if he applied himself more.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he utilized all the other ideas and was actually a formidable threat for a bit of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
We tried nothing, and we're all out of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, Huey with the big legs.
I
Yeah,
love that
that was-
design. Yeah.
That was a cool suit. And the additions
it-
look good on the Gizmo armor.
Well, didn't he also have tall, long legs in one of the Dream episodes or
Yeah.
something?
Yes,
Mm.
yes, he did. That's kind of a signature of his design when he goes
Mhm.
into the fantasy settings.
And then Gyro and Lil Bulb made that robot from the 3rd episode.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, I love the designs on all of these guys and their super suits. It's
Yeah.
a very cool kind of team up episode without it being kind of like an adventure style team up.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, we get a little bit of
Can I
Gambler
can I just
backstory.
say for the record that Gyro just continues to be like one of the best characters on the show, and what the fuck, he's taken on such a redemption arc in my mind.
Yeah, he's pretty good in this one.
Yeah, but
Once
I remember when it was just like
Super
you.
Habba Hoopra?
Like I basically remember when it was just like you and I doing this thing, and one of a lot of the you went on a lot of rants and how you pretty much despised Gyro at a lot of points.
No, at first I did, just because really the only basis of his character was just having a shitty attitude about everything. But now I feel like they've kind of molded that into more of a more palatable kind of Squidward style of having a shitty attitude, where it's he's not a bad guy, he's just kind of a pessimistic guy. Whereas, in the beginning, when he was just basically just borderline workplace harassing Fenton on a regular basis, I really didn't appreciate it. It wasn't fun.
Well, I'm not saying you were wrong. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
And then he's genuinely impressed by the Cloud at the end of this one.
right.
And that's great at the end. Did you try closing the apps instead of just minimizing them?
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
man.
So, we get some Gandra backstory in this one.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now I'm sure I've seen her before, but how built up has she been?
We haven't
Let's see.
seen her in a few episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, like there was that whole episode where she met Fenton in season 1, and then we've seen her with Fowl a few times. Which
I think the most recent one was the split sort of Swanston team.
yeah, and we found out in this one that she's been tipping Fenton off before each thing, which adds a rewatch bonus to the opening scene of this episode.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
And yeah, her position with Fowl is sort of what I was kind of guessing, where it was just they could provide work.
Hmm. She was just using them, basically.
Yeah.
And speaking of which,
Good ending. Good cliffhanger.
it's like the Foul continues again to they once again prove that they know more than they're letting on.
Hmm.
Lost library? What are you talking about? It's
Even
lost. It's a
even-
lost library. That's right. Yeah.
He's like,
This is me being snarky.
he's like, even I have my secrets.
You have
Where's
your
Dev-
secrets and I have
where's-
mine.
Where's Dev Patel to deliver like very rushed exposition about the library?
Okay.
He's asking a tribe to bring him all their elderly.
And I'm sorry, it wasn't Dev Patel. It was fucking whoever was playing. Oh God, Rob, help me out here.
Well, my reference was wrong, so I
think it was.
don't know what you're referring to.
Are you talking about?
God damn it! Wow, this reference is just falling flat. I'm referring to the last Airbender movie.
I think
That's
it was.
what I was referring to with "Bring Me All Your Elderly." Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Dev Patel.
I think it was Dev Patel.
Well, there's this moment where I think it's either Dev Patel or why am I not remembering the name of like my favorite fucking villain in that show?
Zhao?
Zhao! Yes, that's it. Thank you. Jesus Christ, I was having a brain fart there. God. Oh, never get old, kids. Never get old. There's just so much knowledge up there in this brain that it's hard to keep track of it all. But yes, Zhao. There's this moment where I believe Zhao is like, "Oh, I went to the ancient library and blah blah blah," and it's like a very brief mention of the library, and it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, there you go. There's the library."
I probably thought of that reference too.
Yep.
All right.
So I'm sure there's stuff to say about, Gandra's whole "I'm not good enough" and how others may relate to that. I guess I don't have the words to further be eloquent about it at this time, if ever. So
Yeah, I mean, I generally speaking like the relationship between her and Fenton. I think they complement each other quite well. Where, she's a little bit more put together in terms of like presenting herself and being serious, whereas Fenton kind of delivers the levity and the optimism that she needs in her life. So it kind of
maybe a bit
balances
more
each
of a
other
moral
out.
code as well.
Right. Yeah.
It's like where they're bringing out the best in each other.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Let's see.
All right.
Some Canadians are French.
I mean, technically that is true.
Yeah, it's a
French.
great line, and also the way they animate him there.
He's like for the love of God.
I mean, we all know what they say. French Canada is the best Canada. It's the best Canada in the land. There's no other
Mhm.
Canada like French Canada. If you lived here for a day, you'd understand.
Mhm.
South Park. Anyways,
Mm.
sorry.
Just
French
realized, I
Canada
don't
is the
think
best
the
Canada.
Canada and France pavilions are next to each other.
No, the UK is in between
Yeah.
them.
The hell, UK?
But technically Louis isn't. I mean, Huey isn't lying.
No, he's
I'm-
not.
I love how Zhao can tell the difference between the two of them. Red nephew, green nephew.
Yeah. I love that too.
And then
That was
right
one of my
after that,
favorite
why do
childhood
I keep going in this closet?
books.
Basically saying Dewey's not small enough.
Just
pull off.
Gyro having like a mental catalog of the nephews based only on the color
Yeah.
coding.
Like,
Mhm.
I don't think he cares to memorize their names. Like,
No, he really doesn't.
I mean, a lot of times he doesn't even. For the longest time, he didn't even call Fenton by his name.
right.
Yeah, and in
right.
this one, he's like Dr. Intern.
At least he's calling him Doctor, though, this time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's at least respecting enough to call him Doctor instead of just Intern.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'd say something about like how we get some more microaggressions from Mark Beaks. I don't know if I'm the most qualified to talk about that though. So just making sure it gets acknowledged.
All right, I'm not the most qualified to talk about that either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Privilege. Woo woo.
God.
Mm.
All right, guys. I think, like I said, 25 minutes, but I think we've pretty much covered all our bases here.
Mhm.
Something
I
like
wonder
that,
where
yeah.
Boyd was in this episode, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably still in Japan.
Well, he was over there, just off camera.
Did he come back from Japan?
Yeah, they flew back together, him and Huey.
No, makes sense. But yeah, I mean, well, I wonder if he'll come back for the finale.
He was at Funzo's for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he and Dewey and Webby were at Funzo's, and Beakley
and
was
Scrooge
chaperoning.
and Lunchpad and Beakley, yes.
Maybe
all just had some.
Well,
side
Launchpad's probably in
adventure.
St. Canard, though. So.
Well,
I
no, he's
know.
only
Lena's dropping a bucket of paint on someone's head. I don't
He's
know.
Magic
wait.
said.
Hold the phone. Is Launchpad like off the show now because of Darkwing?
He's
Nice.
showed up once briefly since that
Really?
episode.
Really interesting. Wow. I didn't think they'd have the balls to go through with that. Okay.
If it
No,
means
I think
anything,
he's gonna
I'm
show up in the
literally
finale,
holding
though.
my phone right now.
I think he's back. I think he's gonna be back for the finale, though.
Uh-huh.
Because they did.
Okay,
They did say
that's
Gosling's
super
gonna make one more
interesting, though.
appearance.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
God
Okay.
damn it, I just realized we're running out of potential appearances for the gummy bears, but also the gummy berry juice. That still hasn't come up again.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, hey, honeybee, how you doing? We're just wrapping this up, but
Hello.
the gummy berry juice is going to be the end game, like the end all be all Deus Ex Machina. Rob, you wait.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the
Apparently-
next episode, though, because that's the Tailspin one. Pretty sure.
Which apparently features a reference to the Wuzzles, from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And with Adam Pally voicing Cloud Kicker. So.
I can relate to this comment. It's been a bit since I've seen the show, and looking at this thumbnail, huh? Yeah.
You know what?
Honestly, I feel you on that.
I would not be surprised if Mark Beaks okay, I finally got an original idea. I'm gonna create this TV show, Schnookums and Meat.
Oh God.
Oh God. Mm-hmm.
That would be interesting.
Or he creates gargoyles, maybe.
Yeah. Oh God.
No,
Like
that
the
seems
actual-
above Mark Beaks.
Like the tech of gargoyles. Like the gargoyles in this universe are just like animatronics or something, which would be interesting. That'd be sentient animatronics. That'd be an interesting way to go about it.
A Disney Plus.
Sentient animatronics? Right. Fuck. Just tripping over myself trying to make a Walt reference.
I get what you're referencing, Monkey. It's
Right.
okay.
Sentient animatronics.
Disney Plus needs to do a Gargoyles show.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing a Darkwing Duck. What's next?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, Gargoyles isn't probably too far. I mean, they're doing a fucking Mighty Ducks remake, or not
They
remake,
are?
but reboot.
Well, it's more like I think it's
Not
more
the
like
animated, the live action one. It's gonna have Emilio Estevez back in it, in kind of like a Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai kind of role.
so it's more of a continuation than.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing a Monsters Inc. show too, so.
Yes,
Monsters
yes.
Work.
And oh my God, there's so much stuff dropping on Disney Plus right now. Fucking Falcon Winter Soldier, which I still am. I refuse to call that by its full name. I really do. I hate the full name so much. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, but like when I was like in high school, I learned to not repeat fucking words in the same goddamn sentence, let alone a title. God, I hate it. And you know what I hate even more is that I'm sure, like Dragon, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm sure Dragon is just going to drool over every episode of that, and I'm just going to be probably a little indifferent about it. So that's going to be fun.
Tiki,
But
do you know who made that title?
What?
Yeah.
You know who made that title?
Oh God, who made the title?
The meme from the last WandaVision. That's my way of making a joke without giving away a major spoiler, kids.
Oh, dude, I'm watching WandaVision with my dad right now, and it's like he's asking all these questions about like what's going on. I'm like, I can't tell you. You just have to watch. There's no way I can explain everything without giving it away.
Yeah.
All right, final thoughts, guys, and let's wrap this up.
A real good episode. Yes.
Thought it was very fun.
Pretty great episode. It was decent.
All right.
Are we gonna discuss like the upcoming titles or anything like that?
I don't really.
We're kind of running low on time, so
titles. Yeah. But what with the next episode's next week, right? Are we just kind of running through?
Yeah, I think it's every Monday through the
until
end.
March 15th.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So we will be back next week, guys. Thanks for Claude Coringa for joining us, guesting with us. Thanks, Claude, and thanks for Honeybee joining us in the comments. And yeah, in the meantime, have a good night, everyone. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Oh.
For science and love.
Some Canadians are French.
Secret Harbor